Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is episode 27
Woo!
of the ZeroHP podcast.
We're back.
We are back. We took a little week off. I was really sick last week, so
Ian
was
was
Alyssa.
dying.
We were both sick.
Understandable.
And Gamescom was going on. I'm kind of glad we got more time to kind of look at Gamescom.
Yeah.
This episode is pretty much, we're just going to cover everything at Gamescom. We'll do our regular start, catch up on what we're doing, but I really want to just kind of spend most of this time just talking about all the new games that were announced, some of the stuff we got to see.
Yeah. Yeah, you showed me a lot of the stuff just now before the recording, because I didn't get to catch all of it, unfortunately.
Right, yep.
But yeah, I'm really excited, man.
I'm pumped. It's sort of a payback for E3.
Yeah.
I got way more pumped for this stuff.
I was just going to say, I'm feeling strangely optimistic after all that E3
like everything we saw.
fiasco. Yeah, everything looks like a blast. I'm like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
I like games again. Let's do it.
So, what have you been playing, man, these last couple of weeks?
Goddamn, you know me and my commitment issues. So I'm going to go chronologically since the last time we did a recording.
All right. You were playing Witcher.
Okay, yeah, this won't be chronological because I've been bouncing all over the place. So more recently to the last time we recorded, I played more Witcher a little bit.
Okay.
And then I was enjoying Witcher so much, I needed to finish Dark Souls.
I understand.
Does that make sense?
Yep, completely.
Okay, cool. Jump back into Dark Souls. Still haven't finished it. Oh I don't know what's going on. I did start fucking around with my character a little bit, wasting a lot of time, which I should stop doing. I tried some other things, like a pyromancy build, now that I have more skill levels, which was a lot of fun, but for PvP it doesn't work, because it takes a long time to attack, whereas I'm sure as you're familiar with in PvP, like in any of the From Software games...
so fast.
Everyone's so fast. They get behind you and they fucking attack you with their crazy flaming swords, and you die. So I've been messing around with PvP a lot, having a lot of fun.
Cool.
I don't remember when. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. Season 5 of Overwatch Ranked ended. So I wanted to redeem myself before that ended. I don't remember the day exactly.
Fucking started.
Yeah. It's only like a day in between.
That's not true. Because the last season, 4 to 5, was a long time.
Really?
Yes. When I picked up Overwatch, I played with Doug every week and then eventually with you for weeks on regular play because there was no I had to get up to 25 but even before I was at 25 4 had just ended and there was like 2 or 3 weeks.
Really?
I swear.
I believe you. I know.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong
because I started playing right around when you did, so I totally believe you.
I could swear it was like, oh yeah, the season's starting soon. It was like next week. Oh yeah, season starts like next week.
And then
he's like season 6 starting. I was like, fuck.
No, man.
I don't want to play comp.
I know,
right now.
But I wanted to jump in before season 5 ended and try to redeem myself a little bit. I ended up getting for the first time I got into Platinum, and then I stopped. I just stopped playing, so I didn't...
so of the current season?
Of season 5.
Oh, okay.
I haven't started the current season. I'll probably do that tonight. Season 5, though...
We might all hop on at some point tonight.
Yeah, if you get on, let me know. For sure. I'll be on, I'm sure.
Well, there's Kevin, who's got it on Xbox.
Yeah.
Though he's 25. He's probably level 1 on Xbox.
Yeah, but I'd love to play Quick Play, too. You know what I mean?
Me too. I gotta get back into Quick Play.
Totally,
Doug's down, so...
Yeah, let's do it. But and then I don't remember what day. Monday or Tuesday, I think the season ended. So Saturday or Sunday night, I jumped on. It had to be Saturday night because I was up till like 2 a.m. I had like 11 games in a row that I won.
Wow!
I just got lucky. I mean, you know that game.
Yeah,
it's not like
my
skill was winning all 11.
But you probably had some good games as well.
I had great games, but you need your team.
Whole team.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
But I got really lucky. I got into Platinum, and I just let it go. I was like, all right, I'm going to finish this season in Platinum. See what I get rewarded with. Ian's giving me a look right now because his computer monitor
knows.
It knows. It's a Horizon Zero Dawn background, and that is the one game.
The stalkers are looking like right at
the one game I didn't play. But I'm not done with that game, I swear. But yeah, so I got to Platinum in Overwatch that I was happy about. Finished off Season 5 at Platinum. I'll jump in and do my placement matches tonight. Unless we get on some quick play, I'd be fucking down for that. Dark Souls, Overwatch. Dark Souls, like I said, I'm messing around with some more builds. Having a lot of fun. Such a great game. What's weird about that game is I never want to play it until I start playing it.
Right.
And then I don't want to stop playing it. And that happens every time. Like I'll be like, nah, what am I in the mood for? I don't have that much time. I'll jump on some Overwatch, a little bit of Witcher, whatever. And then I will watch a video or something on Dark Souls or Google like, for this kind of build, what weapons work best. And then just when I'm reading about it and watching videos, I'm like, God, I need to play some Dark Souls. And then I jump in and I have a great time. And another thing about that game is I'm really impressed about the number of people that still play it.
There's people still playing.
Crazy. Walking around the world, you can see kind of the ephemeral ghosts of other people online.
That are playing, that are dying.
They're everywhere.
They're playing.
You walk into a boss room, and there's little red puddles all over the place. You can just watch other people die, which is a blast, I guess, if you're into that. But yeah, really just those 3 games. I think that's it. I think for me, that's it. I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I know that's not this kind of podcast.
No, it's not. But it's funny that you mentioned because it relates because it's media that we're doing that is kind of taken away from game time.
No, I agree as well. Not in a bad way.
No, not in a bad way, but I think that's why it's still fine to talk about a little bit.
Yeah. We talked at Little John's birthday party about Netflix, and that's a kind of particular shows, and that's what kind of sent me down this rabbit hole. And naturally, I dragged my girlfriend along with me. And we,
Well, I will do this on purpose. Well, usually once a year. I look at the shows I want to watch, and I'm like, okay, I'm at a point right now where I have some games I'm playing, but they're not really long. Mm-hmm. So even if I don't play often, I'll still be able to get them, and we're about to go into the nosedive of...
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm taking this time now to kind of catch up on the shows that I haven't been watching.
Yeah, man. We since the party, we all talked about Daredevil. We're on the last episode of season 1 of Daredevil. And my second time I've watched this season, and I still had moments where I was like, oh my God, what? And not that I was surprised, but I was like, man, this is nuts and so good. And I love, no matter what anybody says, I love Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. I think
he's wonderful.
A lot of people criticize him.
Really?
But they don't know what they're talking about. In my opinion, everyone has a right to their opinion, but a lot of people think he came off too.
No, there are people that just don't know what they're doing.
Well, but they have a right to not know what they're talking about. A lot of people criticize him in that he seemed too awkward and uncomfortable. But I make the argument that I think that's the role he was trying to play. Vincent D'Onofrio is not a guy who gets uncomfortable acting. You know what I mean? Like he's been around the block a few times. I think that's the Kingpin he was trying to get off.
I feel like he's a guy who is always on the edge.
Yeah, he's always there. His fists are always clenched, and he's ready to flip a fucking table.
Yeah, at any second.
Which I love. I think he's...
Or smash a guy's head into a car door.
Literally with the car door until his head comes off.
Yep.
And it the blood splatters on Wesley's face, and he's just kind of like, all right, well, I'm getting paid.
He just doesn't...
I'm getting paid well.
Scares me, too.
I love Wesley. I love something about that.
I get it.
That loyalty. I just love it.
He's effective.
He would do anything for...
But for me, God, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
What is Daredevil's name?
Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
Is he your favorite character?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I was curious.
I know I like him a lot.
He's by far my favorite.
Really?
He's like everything. I know. I mean, that's not like an amazing thing because he's kind of supposed to be. But
yeah, no.
I think part of it was I didn't know who he was as an actor. And like great casting, especially when it's people you don't know.
Oh no!
With the new Star Wars movies, like Rey and Finn and
awesome.
Kylo Ren. Yeah. Like when I've never seen this person, and I'm loving their character.
Yeah.
It's like an extra special bond to me.
Totally.
Than like, oh, I love Tom Hanks. I don't know I'm going to love what he's doing.
Right.
It's a different kind of relationship with the characters.
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't saying he didn't play Daredevil well. He's fucking awesome. I love Vincent D'Onofrio as King.
Yeah. Oh, he's wonderful.
I don't know why. Just that character really
wonderful.
It's just so good.
My favorite character in the series is Jon Bernthal as Punisher.
Yeah, and I haven't even gotten there.
Season 2 is, in my opinion, significantly better than
I haven't even gotten there yet. I cannot wait. He's great in everything, and I can't wait. And that standalone show is coming out. You know what I mean?
With him?
Yeah, for just Punisher.
I'll be watching the fuck out of it.
I would love to see
Jon Bernthal.
If they dive into his kind of, what would you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Like his origin story, kind of thing. Yeah, I wonder what the route is that they take with it.
I kind of feel like we know that they kind of. Well, you have the second season. They kind of get into it.
Okay, they do.
I mean, not like explicitly, but enough to where it wouldn't make sense to make a prequel.
That's very.
So I don't know.
We know that it's effective not to really talk about the origin story from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
You know what I mean, as long as we kind of already know it, you know. So.
That's totally fair. Yeah, we're watching Daredevil. I want to start Ozark, which is that new.
Oh, I've heard that's very good.
Breaking Bad-esque show with Jason Bateman. Narcos season 3
comes out today.
Tonight.
Yeah,
I'm fucking stoked for it.
We're gonna start that right now. Listen, well, first of all, game wise, I'm playing. I have not played Hellblade in like 2 weeks.
For going on the rant, I apologize.
As much as I love Hellblade. The thing about Hellblade is it's extremely, like, all about your environment.
Immersive.
I just have not found the time, not, like, I don't have enough time, But I'm like, look, I got to go in there, close the door, put the headphones on.
Shut the lights off.
Like, when I get home from work, it's really fucking hot. The dogs are going to be barking, and Melissa's going to get home, and I got to do stuff. And I'm like, I can only play for a little bit. Like, so this weekend, either because I have a 3-day weekend this weekend. Fuck yes.
Yes, dude.
One of these days, I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to turn the air conditioning way down. It's cold in here. I'm going to close the door.
Yeah, man.
I'm undisturbed. I'm going to play it.
That game would scare the shit out of me to play, like, alone in a house, like, back toward the door. I'd always be like, oh, God.
I've got it like that right here. So
Yeah. I would be terrified.
But the main thing I've been playing, most of my time has been in Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Really?
And it is wonderful.
Really?
It is Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Gameplay-wise, 100% Uncharted 4. It's the same game.
Yeah, that's the
same game.
That's what you read a lot with the
reviews
reviews
what's supposed to be.
and stuff. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm saying
and Uncharted 4 is my favorite of the Uncharted games, gameplay-wise,
Yeah,
because my biggest complaint with the first Uncharted games was the way that it just forced you into combat, and it was just waves and waves and waves, and it just becomes grating after a while. And I like that Uncharted 4 gave you options. You can stealth, you can sneak around them, through them, and the same thing is here. And it's just, I love that, especially you have AI. Friendly AI is so smart.
Oh, really?
Same with the fourth game. Like, they'll silent take down people who are behind you. They'll call out, because you can aim at guys like in any stealth game and click the left stick, and it'll mark their position with a little triangle above their head, so you kind of know where guys are. Because the maps in which combat are pretty big, so that helps a lot to remember where they are. They'll mark them for you. They'll shoot guys down for you in the middle of combat. It's just really good. And the story is amazing. I love Chloe so much. I'm in love with Chloe. And Nadine is like up to the forefront with her.
Oh, really?
You know, because she was like, you saw her character at the end of Uncharted 4.
Yeah, not too much, yeah.
And suddenly she was interesting. I loved the moment where she kicks Nathan's ass in the library. Look, ma'am, I don't want to have to hurt you. She just gets his fucking
beats the
ass
shit out of it.
So good. So she turned out to be more complex. She was not just another villain. You know, like she had a lot of reasons to be there, and she lost a lot of her soldiers in that whole thing, which is a disaster, personal disaster for her. So that kind of they get into that a little bit, but they don't like harken constantly back to the last game. Just a classic adventure, absolutely fucking gorgeous,
just like 4
game. Oh my god,
that game, incredible.
And it plays like butter.
The way it runs with those graphics
smooth
is insane,
as
dude.
Fuck,
absolutely
dude.
Insane.
And so what they've done is, you know, remember the where you have the Jeep, and you're in the desert,
and
in the mud,
the tow hitch, and
all that stuff. So they got rid of the tow hitch for the mud parts.
Oh, okay.
They just let you kind of slow and go.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you don't have to get out.
Okay.
They still enter that into like puzzle parts. But what they've done is they've added side missions into these big open areas that you they're optional.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, I found a temple that had a map of the area that I was in, and in that temple I found a coin, and there was this big, like, ancient sort of machine. You could slide the coin in, and it put the coin into the map. There were these holes in the map, and the coin would fill it.
Yeah.
And then you saw that there were 10 more. And she marked them all on the map. And you could drive there and collect all those coins, go back, put all of them in, and open a secret door with a treasure in it.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
That's awesome.
And totally optional.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that. But it just gives you more chances to play the game. And just all the climbing and the puzzles and the combat. It's just a perfect mix. And this weird kind of open where they really embrace that openness. I mean, it's not open world like Witcher or GTA.
Right.
But, just kind of like this, you get a little sandbox to just sort of play Uncharted the way you want to play Uncharted. And, as you're driving around, there's all this great dialogue between the two of them, and
that's awesome, dude. I can't
wait. It's
wait.
Magnificent.
I can't wait to play it, man.
It's magnificent.
Fucking stuff.
I absolutely go and get it if you own a PlayStation and you like the game. Just go get it. It's great. So that's pretty much all I've been playing because. So here's something happened real quick with the shows. We're at 13 minutes. We're good.
Oh, fine.
So with the shows, I was planning originally. I had a few seasons of stuff on Netflix I just wanted to watch personally, get out of the way on my own thing. One of them is called The Crown, which is about Elizabeth, the current Elizabeth II. As a young woman before she becomes queen, and it's kind of the drama. I'm a huge British. I grew up watching Masterpiece Theater with my mom, and I love all those boring British shows with just nothing but talk.
Right.
So that's what that one is. I wanted to watch that. I also wanted to watch What was the other show on Netflix I felt like I really needed to get through? So back in high school, my mom, for like Christmas or birthday, got me a novel, the first of which is called The Last Kingdom. And I read the three books in high school, and then I picked up the fourth one in college, because like I read up to it and caught up, and then it wasn't released.
Oh, okay.
The fourth one got released in college. I ended up getting it, reading half of it, getting distracted, and never picking it back up. And then, many years later, BBC picked up. They did the same thing. So the series is called The Saxon Tales, or The Saxon Chronicles, is what you'll see them as. The first book is The Last Kingdom. So they did what they did with the Tale of Ice and Fire, Song of Ice and Fire, and the first one's Game of Thrones. There's a show called The Last Kingdom now.
Oh, very cool.
And I watched the first episode, and I was excited. I was like, oh, cool, I get to be the person who read the books, which is never... I always see the movies first, usually, of adapted books. So I watched the first one on Netflix. I really enjoyed it. It brought all these memories back of reading it. So I stopped watching it. Each season is 2 books. There's 2 seasons out. And I went and grabbed my 4th book. I wanted to finish it, so I restarted it. I'm like halfway through that. So I'm going to finish that and then watch 2 seasons of that. So those are the ones I wanted to watch. And then something happened. And it's going to be bad in the best kind of way.
Okay.
A bunch of people at work, people who are like us, like into shows and movies in the way like where we're not like, oh yeah, it's just great, you know.
Daenerys,
and you know what I'm talking about. Just like we are with games.
My TL said that at work, and I could feel you trying to murder him through me, and I was like, I might have to stab him with a pen just for Ian.
Come on, guys. It's not that I'm like. It's not a thing that's like I'm being nerdy and I'm pushing my glasses
up. 7 seasons in.
7 years, you're still mispronouncing this stuff? Like, do you not care?
I know.
I don't know. That drives me.
I didn't mean that.
Aragorn! We talked about that one last time, too. There's no R in there, guys. Okay. There's no one ever says Aragorn at any of the point in 3 of the movies.
Isn't that a different book series?
Like there is something like
Aragorn,
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But people always do that. So people that I trust at work, 2 people in particular that I trust their opinion very much, including Drew, our
Oracle of
Game of Thrones, who's right about everything, found out that I hadn't seen an older show, HBO show, and lost their mind because they're like, dude, this is you in a show. We don't understand how you think the way you do and not have seen this. Like that's what that's the level in which they were speaking about this. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to drop everything.
Yeah.
It's called The Wire.
Yeah. I've never seen The Wire, but when people talk about The Wire, they talk about it like it's some long lost treasure, like it's the greatest thing that ever happened to television.
Yeah, so I started reading reviews. I took their word for it, but I was just curious.
Yeah.
I started reading reviews, and like every review, even the headlines, are like the greatest show in American television history and stuff like that.
Did you start it?
I have started it, yeah. So the first couple episodes are kind of... They told me it starts slow.
Yeah.
The first few episodes feel like a much better, more realistic version of like a crime police procedural. So like CSI, but like real life.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is good. You know what I mean? They're in the police office, and the phones are ringing, and they're talking about cases, and they have the folder book with the murder, and they're like, okay, but I was enjoying it. But I'm like 6 episodes in now, and I'm like, oh, whoa,
really?
Wow.
Dude.
So I'm like into politics and shit, and I'm not going to get into politics here, but like I'm really interested in I'm very open to talking about like race, and we've talked about with games, race and religion, sexism and stuff, the way that it impacts our hobby, which is games, right? And so we've gone to it through there. This show is like agendaless, which is what I love about it.
Yeah,
like there are these wonderful cops, there are these brutally awful, terrible cops, there are these kids who grew up in basically, it's all about Baltimore. The show is about Baltimore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's basically like, it's Somalia, dude. Baltimore is Jesus amazingly, Christ. it's, and these, like, some of these are just kids just caught in this. And like, they're not. And then they're being taken advantage of by horrible, awful gangsters who, take total advantage of them and give them money for doing terrible shit. And so it's not trying to be like, look, our men in blue are heroes. Right. And it's not like, look at these pigs killing black people. Right. It's not about that. It's like, no. Here's how it really fucking is.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no fucking opinion here. It's just, and it's absolutely incredible.
That's awesome.
Incredible. I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe this has been out since 2002.
I was going to say, so it holds up.
It's 2002, so it's not like ancient. I mean, it's got Idris Elba in it. Mm-hmm. It's got Lance Reddick in it. It's got fucking Michael K. Williams in it. It's got this ridiculous cast. I can't get over the fucking cast right now. And every episode it introduces like a new, incredibly famous actor that I was just like, how the fuck are all these people in this show? So it's oh my god. So that's awesome. Kind of what I've been doing like every night.
Nice.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Just watching that.
That's good to hear.
So yeah, so games and shows we're doing right now.
Nailed it. 20 minutes.
All right, so we have 40 minutes to do Gamescom. Man.
Let's do it.
This was fun, man. Like this was like really hopeful and exciting and full of just announcements that made me happy in so many different ways.
There's another one I wanted to talk about too that
I didn't get.
It's not in the top 10 because not a lot happened with it, but I'll talk if we have time at the end. I'll talk about it.
Okay, sure. I just went in order of some of the stuff we saw. This wasn't like released or whatever. A small one I want to bring up. So there's this series, Anno. Mm-hmm. That's like a futuristic. It's sort of like a Sim City.
Yeah.
But in the future, is basically what it is.
Yeah.
That has come out. Like the last one was like 2077. So basically, they did a Anno 1800, which is that's really cool. Like a Victorian era, like Industrial Revolution time city builder.
Yeah,
which is cool. I like the idea of like taking a city builder and doing historic, like putting it into a specific timeline.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how that affects like the economics of it. And, you know what I mean. I think that'll be. Really
I just like the look.
Yeah,
I'm excited. So not too much on that. I mean, neither of us have ever played Anno.
When we were watching it, you said something like, I would be super interested, but it would take a lot of time. Like
it's just one of those things I had to be ready to be like, all right, here we go.
It would take so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even compared to a game like Total War, where you can, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you can jump in and maybe do some battles, make some things, and get out of there.
Yep.
But in this game,
you can play Total War for like an hour and maybe get some stuff done.
and maybe get some stuff done.
It's not an impossible thing, whereas I feel like this is going to be like a complex system full of all these.
Yeah, you'd have to know.
It'll be really insane, but like it's one of those things really rewarding if you learn it all.
Yeah, I bet.
And you build this incredible London or whatever. It
looked really cool. It looked great.
Yeah, it looked really pretty too.
Do you remember the studio?
I can't remember this. I think Ubisoft is a publisher for them.
Cool,
if I remember correctly. So the next one that we had was all the new Battlefield 1 stuff.
Yeah,
including the Incursions game. Just watching the gameplay kind of made me want to play it again.
Oh, it looked like a blast. It's the way they described it was like a 5-on-5, more fast-paced objective game.
Right.
I don't know what the objective is, or if it's just like a team deathmatch.
Yeah, I mean, it would. I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean, because you'd have to make small maps too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like I mean, really small maps.
Their maps, you'd have to cut off a fraction of it. You know what I mean? Like 10% of it.
Well, they have like the deathmatch maps.
Yeah. But even those
are kind of big,
those are like 10-man teams, right? 20-man teams. What I liked about it was just that I caught from the video, and I might be mistaken, but it looked like at the top of the player HUD was you could see the roles of each of your teammates.
Yes.
There was a medic and a support.
So you think that it's like a required thing?
That's what I was going to ask you, is if you think maybe you get one medic. You get one support, like an Overwatch. Not to compare the two, they're very different games, but maybe in that aspect you get you're playing medic, you're playing support, which I think could be really cool.
Absolutely.
They talked about adding an esports, not necessarily adding it, but maybe the possibility of this going into an esports role, which of course will probably take time for it to develop that kind of following. With games like Overwatch and CS:GO still very prevalent in esports, but that'd be awesome. I would love to see Battlefield 1
go into an esport kind of thing.
Hell yeah, that'd be totally different than anything that we're used to right now, and I think that opens up a lot of opportunities for Battlefield in the future as well, and for their future games.
Yeah, I can't wait. And
I
think we should give it a try. See, and just play it. Here's the thing that I should have looked up beforehand that I wasn't sure. Like, is all that Russian DLC out already?
Oh, you would know before
We're disconnected.
You would know,
on Battlefield. I really don't know. So That kind of, I don't remember, because there's a bunch of fucking DLC after this game, I thought. So.
Yeah, I know there's a lot out, but...
just seeing it be played, though, I was like, oh, God, I kind of want to play it again.
It's always been fun. There was never a time where we were like, this is not fun anymore. We just were playing other games. Get our butts kicked. We were never disappointed, like with For Honor, where it left a bad taste in our mouth. Like,
right.
We'd all be down to jump right back into this game.
I'd like to play it.
5-on-5, and we could get 5 of us together.
Absolutely, we could. I can think of 4 right now.
Yeah. Exactly. Everyone owns it still, I'm assuming, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that would be awesome. That would be a ton of fun to do that.
That could be a lot of fun.
So you wanted me to write this down because it reminded you of something. Mountain Blade Bannerlord.
Real quick, let's make it very clear. I think it's Mountain Blade 2 or something, right? Is this?
I don't know. It's just Mountain Blade Bannerlord.
I know absolutely nothing about the franchise.
I know somewhat.
Yeah. Nothing. You may know 200% more than me. The only reason I asked you to write it down, it reminded me of something that I think other people might be able to reach to as well, if anyone's ever played it. A game called Freedom Fighters, forever ago, that came out. It kind of took place in kind of like a Red Dawn-esque world where we're being...
for the original Xbox?
Original Xbox and PS2.
I remember this game. I played that game a lot.
Me and my younger brother played this game so goddamn much. It's painful to talk about. But but in this game, the multiplayer...
The Russians took over America.
I think it was Russians. Yeah. I said esque for Red Dawn, okay?
I think you're right.
Not the new one. Not the Hemsworth Dawn.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, thank God. But it's got Josh from Drake and Josh. I don't know his real name. Sorry. But in that game, you could play split-screen multiplayer where you each had a fort, and you had your own infantry that you could command. And it's like 10, 15 guys, and you could tell them where to go and split them up, and they could follow you.
Okay.
And that game looked like kind of what you were doing. He talked about a 5-on-5 match, which you could definitely not do on the PS2. But it was at most you could have 4 people and maybe teams of 2. But you had your own little infantry units which you could command, and that was a lot of fun. So
that's kind of an addition to. So like Mountain Blade is a third-person melee multiplayer action game. So it's sort of like an older For Honor, basically.
Yeah.
Or there's another game called Chivalry. You can first person. I think you can do first person as well. But this one's like coming to consoles and stuff, and it's been developed for a long time. And they're adding, like you were saying, the ability to have some AI soldiers with you that you can command.
Yeah,
it looks fun.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'm gonna pick it up.
No, I'm sure I won't either. But I wanted people to have something to compare it to. If you ever played Freedom Fighters, it looked similar to that. As far as like,
I don't remember being able to tell units what to do.
Yeah.
It's been so many years.
Oh yeah, when you jumped in split screen, you had like 5-10 guys. You could tell them to stay at your fort and defend it, or go ahead and attack. And I'm sure at the time it was really shitty, but or now
really good.
Really shitty.
Yeah.
At the time it was.
I remember that game though. It was
a lot of fun.
I remember liking that game.
I remember when cheat codes were a huge thing. Remember forever ago, that game had one. I bought a cheat codes book at Blockbuster. And I went home and I initiated like nail gun and shit. And you would shoot guys and they would fly through the air, like to the top of a building. And they would just like hang out there. That was a blast.
Yeah, so that reminds me too of Aliens vs. Predator 2. Mm-hmm. That was on PC. And as the Predator, you had a spear gun. And if you got a headshot and there was a wall, it would take his head off and nail the guys' heads to the walls and their body would just fall over. Oh, man. That game was awesome. A blast. Okay. This one's kind of I'm going to give to you pretty much because I have not been paying any attention. Junkertown map for Overwatch.
Oh, yeah. Not too much about this. I don't even think it... I think it just went live in the PTR. Is that what it's called? Servers, right? Public test realm, I think, or whatever. There was a little animated video that came out for this. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay, well, it's... If you jump into Overwatch, you don't get a lot of backstory about any of the characters.
I did see the origin movie for May, which
really
was
cool,
amazing.
Right? Why this fucking game is not an anime, I'll never know.
Why this fucking game doesn't have a campaign?
Fucking A. Campaign, animate,
Can you imagine a story with all of these? Oh,
dude,
my God.
There's a clip, I don't know if you've seen it. I watched it with Kevin when Doomfist was released. They did it like a very anime-esque
I saw that.
clip.
I did see that.
So cool.
So good.
Tracer and fucking...
So good.
Anyway, it shows Junkrat and Roadhog, who I'm assuming come from the same kind of world.
They're together.
They're very...
They were like a crime
dynamic
group.
duo.
They're like Bonnie and Clyde, except for
exactly. They kind of get kicked out of their like fortress, and it doesn't really give a lot of explanation, but it's fun. It's like a 2-minute video. You should go watch it. It's just Roadhog not talking the entire time. He kind of just grunts, and then they put on disguises which are actually wearable skins in the game, which is really funny. And it's a fun little skit. Roadhog does his the other one, Junkrat, is very schemy. He's the stereotypical little hyperactive guy, and Roadhog's his big dumb
idiot
fucking best friend who
of Mice and Men
of Mice and Men, exactly, minus the headshot, but
minus the puppy strangulation.
Yeah, minus the puppy strangulation. But yeah, it's just a new map, from what I understand. I also know they're adding Team Deathmatch. I don't know if we've talked about that.
Yes.
I don't know if that's been released yet.
I don't know.
I just watched a short interview where they talked about that. I'm not super interested.
No.
Because a lot of what bothers me now about the game is people kind of running off and doing that.
Doing deathmatch.
Which is good for those people. Now they have a place to go do that.
Yeah, get the fuck out of the way.
Competitive. But
I doubt they'll do that.
But yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's great for other people. I probably won't do it very much just because I feel like in Overwatch,
the characters designed.
One-on-one doesn't work a lot with a lot of the characters. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if
absolutely.
You have a fucking Reinhardt versus...
It's going to be everyone playing offensive characters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a blast.
I'm sure we'll see, like, online, we'll see a death match of all Mercies versus all Mercies.
Which could be cool. Which could be a blast. We also didn't talk about the updates for Mercy's Res.
Yes, I've been hearing about this.
I don't know everything about it. I don't mean to go off on an Overwatch tangent, I apologize. But it's something like now she reses one person at a time, and it's not her ult anymore. It's an active ability.
It's an activated ability, okay.
So yeah, I don't remember what her res is going to be. Do you know?
No, Doug was just telling me that she's getting a bunch of changes.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that yet.
I don't know either. I feel like she's pretty good the way she is.
Yeah, I like the way she is too, but change is good too.
Yeah.
God, they're gorgeous. And then, but yeah, it's just a new map, from what I understand. No other big changes.
Okay, cool. Right, next one on the list, just kind of the Xbox One X stuff that came out with the Project Scorpio edition.
Yeah.
Which is already sold out. Xbox One X is all, like, pre-orders are sold out everywhere.
For the regular...
yeah.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
I never would have thought
that
would happen.
No, neither did I. I feel like a lot of PS owners are buying one.
And I was unreasonably pessimistic, like usual, about this console, but I mean, even optimistically, I wouldn't have thought everyone would have jumped on it.
I mean, they could be pulling in a Nintendo and be like, we sold out of all 20 of our consoles.
There's only 20.
Look how great we are.
We killed it.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's what they're doing. The Super Nintendo thing they did that with, too. They're like, we've made 500 consoles worldwide, and we sold every one.
Right.
Like, meanwhile, your entire fan base is like, what the fuck?
Right.
So, yeah, so anyway, there wasn't a whole bunch. They're saying, like, a ton of games are going to be compatible, updated, like 100?
Say over 100
Yeah, it was over 100
Yeah,
games.
It said a bunch of them, and it showed Shadow War.
Yeah.
I know...
Wolfenstein 2
I know PUBG is going to get
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
There's a bunch of them. Assassin's Creed, Origins, like a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins stuff in this. Like, they had a lot of gameplay, like a new trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the new trailer. I'll show it to you after this.
Absolutely.
It's really good.
I bet.
And they dive into, like, it's more of the classic Assassin's Creed where they're showing who the players are. Because you're always a fictional character interacting with these realistic actual people from history, and they're showing like Julius Caesar shows up, and like
so cool.
the politics between Julius Caesar and Ptolemy and Cleopatra, and like how all this, you're going to be right in the middle of all that.
That was always my favorite part about those games, was seeing how that unknown assassin affected history.
Yeah.
I love that alternate history.
Me too. So this is going to be really cool. The idea of having the Romans and the Egyptians and the Greek and like
that'd be really
love
cool.
it. Can't wait for that game.
Really cool. On the new Xboxes, the Minecraft one looks adorable.
Yeah, they released a Minecraft
it's really
Xbox.
cool. On the back of it, it has the redstone lines, which is really cool.
Yep.
On the top of it's a
grass
block, so you have the dirt, and the top is the green. I think it makes Minecraft
They have a creeper creeper controller,
and then the pink one, which is the quote unquote girl's controller,
right?
Is a pig. It has
a
little tail.
Pig with a tail.
It's adorable.
It's cute.
It's adorable.
It's Microsoft totally taking advantage of their license of owning a Minecraft. It's a really cool thing. There are definitely people that are going to buy that.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Parents are going to be getting that for their kids like crazy.
Why not? It's a blast.
Brilliant marketing.
I hope they keep selling the controllers. You know what I mean?
Are you going to pick one up, you think?
No, I won't. I won't pick one up.
I'm a
goddamn adult, Ian, even though I love Minecraft. And I'll admit that.
I just went to Target and bought toys for myself.
They're collector's items.
Star Wars toys.
And you took them out of the box.
I do.
I want to get my Design Labs controller. Yes, you do. That I already designed and can't buy.
And you're just looking at it?
I like to look at. I like how you can spin it around in 3D.
Oh yeah. God, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So the first I don't know if it was like 1 million or 300,000 units or I can't remember the number, but there was a the first ones that you pre-ordered for Xbox One X were this Project Scorpio edition.
So cool.
Very, just kind of classy looking.
Yeah.
Nothing has, too crazy.
Like the engraving in green of Scorpio. At the bottom.
Very, very classy looking. Those are all gone, all sold.
Of course.
So,
of course. Such a cool, they talk about it being a cool nickname.
Yeah.
It's fan-made and it stuck.
Yeah. People just wanted to keep it and they're like, okay, well, we'll kind of honor that a little bit.
I'm so glad it wasn't like Xbox 720 edition.
Oh,
I hated that.
Too.
I hated that so much.
So, at the Xbox One conference, they also announced a new game.
Oh, really?
Jurassic World.
Woo!
When I first saw the trailer, like watched it, but saw the thumbnail, I was like, "Oh God!"
Yeah.
They're gonna make a fucking first-person
movie games are never good. They're
terrible.
never good. Yeah.
So then I watched it, and I didn't really know what was going on. Right? Like you watch it, and you're like, "Okay, well, there's the dinosaur."
Can I tell you my initial impression?
Yeah,
just of the beginning.
I'd love to.
I thought you played as the T-Rex. I was like, what a piece of garbage.
Right?
Just because of the way it looked. He's running out of the cage, and the camera goes behind him in a way that it would look like
third person.
Now you take control, and you eat this little guy, and like I was like, that's whatever.
So then like the camera keeps spinning, keeps going out.
Yep.
And the T-Rex escapes the pen, and the guy starts running away and eats him.
Other dinosaur.
And it continues to spin out, and then suddenly, as it goes further out, a cursor appears and wipes away a bunch of trees, adds sand, and puts a building down like an RTS
with a helipad.
And suddenly, you realize this is Roller Coaster Tycoon.
So cool,
Jurassic Park style.
Yes. Dude, I'm in. I'm sold immediately. Love it. Dude, Roller Coaster Tycoon, not going off on a tangent here. So much fun. Did you ever play those games?
I did a little bit, yeah.
What I used to do, because I was a little demonic 8-year-old when I played those games. Dude, I would just make a fucking crazy roller coaster that would hit 300 miles an hour and cut the end off and just send people flying through my park. And they would land in piles of other people. And people just kept coming in. Like, give me your money, bitch.
Didn't you get like negative results though? People were dying.
Eventually, there was like a morale rating that you could get, and my morale was low. But it was, and you could eventually do like first person mode where you could play like spectator of a park guest.
Oh, cool!
And you could ride the roller coaster, and you're like, it's like flying through the air. Everyone's screaming. And
so what I want to know here is like, obviously it's inevitable they'll get out, but your job is to make the park successful in this game. I'm assuming.
I wonder.
So you don't want them to escape.
Correct. Financially not good.
But it's a huge part of... That's what Jurassic Park is.
That's the game.
These idiots trying to make a fucking dollar off of creating dinosaurs.
Play with God.
And the dinosaurs being like, fuck you, and killing everything. Yep. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's my question about the game is like, is my goal to make the park work perfectly? Because that's not Jurassic Park anymore. But at the same time, it wouldn't make any sense to be like, all right, release the dinosaurs!
Kill them all!
So I don't know how that balance is gonna function.
It makes me wonder if they're gonna add some kind. I don't want to say a combat aspect to it, not combat, but like similar to like a StarCraft where you have to build like defensive units, right? I mean, or something to keep them out.
I mean, they showed like the helicopter come over and the guy's like non-lethal rounds. And so you shoot it different ways. Maybe you can choose to do lethal. It does more damage. You can end it quicker, but then you lose your traction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like if you have like velociraptors in the park, like you have to kill them. Kind of situation, but like. Yeah, dude.
You like get like elite soldiers that go out there and try to fight the velociraptors.
The Black Squad.
Yeah. You have to like probably constantly keep the power levels in sync if they go out and the power levels go down.
The gate shuts off, or maybe you have careless workers who fucking
exactly.
open a door.
The more you pay the workers, the better job they do.
Yeah, exactly. So. I think it could be a lot of fun. I think naturally it raises the question of how is a console game going to handle this kind of management?
The cool thing is if they're announcing it at Microsoft, I'm going to be able to get it on PC.
Yeah. Oh, of course it'll be on PC.
We'll be doing Let's Play for Jurassic Park. Summer 2018 was the release date for that.
So much fun with that game.
I know, right?
I think
we should just play together and have a Let's Play together.
Let's fucking do it, man. I'm down. That could be so much fun.
Looks great. Now, here's a kind of a big surprise one. Biomutant.
Right off the bat, I thought you were the cricket.
Right? They showed a little robot cricket.
A little robo cricket, and I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Biomutant. Kind of, what can you do? Remember the game Spore?
I do.
I thought it was like that. I was like, oh, you start out as a cricket and you become a dragon. Or whatever, whatever you did in Spore. Like, I don't really remember that game. I was really young, but I remember you were like an amoeba.
Yeah.
And then you like became a shark.
Yep. Yeah, you went through the whole evolutionary process.
Which is really cool. But
very cool.
Explain a little bit more about that.
Well, I don't know about you. Like, for me, when I see it, after I'm done watching the gameplay, it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel it is a mishmash of a 90s mascot platformer with an open world modern RPG.
Kind of. Yeah.
Right?
That's fair.
It kind of has this goofy like tone to it with like when they like the enemies will charge, it'll show like a comic book like rah!
Like the onomatopoeia kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, Kazam! And that kind of thing.
So it's got this kind of goofy thing, but it looks very pretty.
Oh yeah.
But it starts off with you creating your own kind of like raccoon or fox or wolf bipedal guy. He's got a pistol and like a sword.
It's kind of a little thing. Like it almost seems. I'm sure he's man-made.
Yeah, kind of based on like the way.
It reminded me of like Rocket Raccoon.
It's got this like Little Big Planet British narrator guy who's like, now choose your color. Which path will you choose?
Yeah, it came up a couple times where you had different.
And it's like giving like stats, like -10, +10, and
which I'm all about, but I wonder what that actually changes.
And then we saw like there's like a weapon inventory system crafting thing going on.
Yeah, you're actually building weapons similar to. I immediately thought of like Fallout 4. It showed like you adding smaller weapons, and adding things to make them into better weapons.
It looks just. I'm totally into new IPs.
Yeah.
Especially things that are kind of risky. This seems a little risky to me.
Not Until Dawn. I'm sorry.
Until Dawn.
But Horizon Zero Dawn is what I was going for. Yeah.
Yep. Just things that are like, wow.
Different.
Didn't think this would be a thing.
Yeah.
Or I never imagined this being a thing.
It reminded me a lot of Jak and Daxter. Which
that's what. Yeah, kind of like the '90s mascot. That's like early 2000s.
That mixed with like what I've seen of Zelda. Is kind of what I felt
that's
like.
That's a great way to put it.
But I haven't played Zelda, so I can't say that to be fair. But it's just from what I've seen. I've watched a lot of games.
Honestly, to anyone watching, just go check it out. It's better just to see it than it's hard to explain it.
Yeah, we don't do it justice.
But it looks good. I mean, it looks really good. It looks pretty. It looks interesting. I'm definitely going to be keeping my ear on the ground for that.
A lot of different combat methods. We only watched a couple minutes. We skipped
a few minutes. Yeah,
there was gunplay.
Yep.
He had swords.
Yep.
There was telekinetic.
Yeah, he got like force powers and shit as he leveled up.
He was in some kind of battle mech at one point.
Yeah, he got like a battle mech and he got like a tank and he was driving like a waterboard or jet ski thing. There's all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Like man, and they showed all the different like one looked kind of like a panda. Mouse and another looked like a wolf, another looked like a fox, another looked like all kinds of like you can completely make them crazy, purple, green.
Yeah, you talked about doing yours like a wolf. I'd like to make mine look like Rocket Raccoon.
There you go,
Guardians
of the Galaxy. Exactly. See, cool. So it's just very. It gives you a little bit of ownership, but it's full of personality and an art direction that took me by surprise.
Yeah.
The last thing we have written down, and my personal number one huge thing, is they announced fucking Age of Empires 4.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It looked great. The trailer...
I mean, there's no gameplay yet.
Right.
The gameplay they did show was of Age of Empires 1 remaster. So they're remastering all the original games. But Age of Empires 4 is going to be made by Relic, who made Homeworld and Company of Heroes, two very well thought of, renowned RTS games. And I grew up on Age of Empires, like 1, 2, 3. I played all of them a ton. And I remember playing them, loving them, thinking I wish I could have bigger battles. And then I found Total War and Age of Empires. Age of Empires were never turned on. But still, it's just like really cool when you get one of those games that you're like, the sequel to just a very nostalgic franchise.
Yeah, we were talking about it before, and my immediate reaction was like, can you believe how long this game has been doing its thing?
Like, we went and looked at gameplay of like the original one. Oh my god.
Yeah, I used to watch my cousin play the shit out of that game when I was 8 or something, 5, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Age of Empires 1, I can't even remember when that came out. I mean,
I don't know.
I think 2 came out in like 2000 or 2002.
Nuts, man.
Something like that. So they are old games at this point for games, 15 plus years old. So it's just crazy. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah.
I like the trailer. The trailer's really cool.
Yeah, voiced really well by someone we don't know. I could swear it's Dave.
He sounded very familiar.
It's Dave Fennoy. I could swear it's Dave Fennoy because it sounded just like him. That's the guy with like the dreadlocks. If you're not familiar with who he is, does a lot of voice acting in games. But I wouldn't put money on it. I'm not sure.
But it kind of looks like a lot of the Age of Empires games went through a very basic level up. Through historical
Is that the chain?
time.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's an accurate chain.
But the one that they had was
like 4 times that size.
Flavor Flav clock.
Yeah, and then his eyes were like that big, and his mouth was drooping down.
Sorry, folks.
So Darth Vader just came up on my screen. my monitor, and I was telling him about Hasbro's original attempt with the Black Series for Vader, and it was a fucking disaster.
Right.
I'll show you the little clip.
Okay, cool.
Brutal. And then recently, for the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, they remade a Vader that is excellent. Excellent.
Nice.
And so that was really cool. So no, that's accurate. That's from Force Awakens.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just love that look.
I've never noticed that on his neck.
Yeah, he always had the little
really
tiny
cool.
little chain that just holds his cape.
Oh, it holds the cape. Oh,
Yep.
okay, yeah,
It's
that totally makes sense. I'm a dumbass.
Not a dumbass.
Why they got jewelry?
Yes, I mean there wasn't much with Age of Empires 4 because there was no gameplay.
Yeah.
But it looked to me like they were really embracing like the technology more. Like there's going to be a wider difference between when you start and when you finish, because we saw everything from like almost not quite Stone Age, but we saw like Roman all the way up to like British Empire with muskets and stuff.
Yeah. So
Age of Empires 3 was muskets. Like the highest you got with the 2 and 1 was like the very beginning of muskets, like 1500s maybe. So I think there's going to be a bigger, a larger forward progress for your nation. So I don't know how it's going to look or be or anything. So we're going to have to wait and see. But just excited. Super exciting.
I'm excited for you.
I can't wait.
I would love to be able to play that game, and hopefully
we'll play the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that and Jurassic Park.
And Jurassic Park, hell yeah, I'm down.
What's that game called again?
Jurassic World.
Not like Evolution or something, is it?
Yeah, it was Jurassic World. I'll put in game, and we'll see. Jurassic World Gamescom. Let's just type that in. My internet wants to work today. I've been having shitty internet problems recently. And I don't know why.
It's not a big deal. They'll tell us in the... Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I'm just curious now, though. Like, now that I want to know, man. Plus, we're only in 45 minutes.
We got time to burn. Bring them along for the ride.
Jurassic World Gamescom!
Gamescom.sam.
What? Yeah, I can't reach pages. It can reach Google, though.
Are you not a Chrome guy?
I mean, I don't think it would make a difference right now. I've got issues going on with my internet.
Oh, yeah.
Simple as that. Like, it won't even function. So,
no,
so we'll see. It had some other name with it, but it's Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Look great.
I mean, that's what it is.
Great. Is that the last thing you had on the list?
That is it. That is our Gamescom list, man.
If I could, real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Touch on one that I know we don't... I talk about a lot, and Kevin and I fuck around with all the time.
PUBG?
There was a lot of build-up for a PUBG announcement that never came, really. I've been following this game super closely because I never shut up about it. I'm just really excited to play it on console. But the actual player unknown, Brendan Green, I think is his name, was doing a bunch of console panels for people, and we were hoping, we being more important people than me, we're hoping that there would be some kind of release date announced. They talk about... I don't know if we talked about this yet, but Xbox being the publisher now.
Microsoft.
I'm sorry, Microsoft being the publisher now, which is great news. But yeah, no release date on that yet. And they did recently have an interview where people were asking if it's going to come to PS4. And, they keep getting kind of vague.
They were vague, which means it will, but not for a long time.
Exactly. Yeah, you're totally right. And, we can just only pray that it's still coming by the end of the year to Xbox, which I can't wait for. So I've been following this game.
Yeah, and I've actually heard that it plays pretty well.
Yeah, from what did you watch the IGN?
I was listening to an IGN podcast.
Oh, okay, cool, which I should go listen to. But they did a quick video where they talked to, I think it was, who's the IGN girl? Not Elena Pierce. Is it Elena Pierce?
She's kind of the main person there.
At IGN?
Yeah.
And it was totally her.
Yeah.
I believe. Maybe.
Blonde?
I'm sure. She was just talking. I don't think it showed her. But,
okay.
And I had to listen to it at work, so I couldn't really watch it. But
was that podcast unlocked?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's where I heard her talk about
snippet of it.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. It's just like a 1-2 minute video, but they talked about the build running well on Xbox, which I was super excited about. They said the draw distance is a little bit less, of course, because it's not a PC. Which
right.
No one expected it to look like it did on PC, but the game's not even finished yet, so I'm trying to stay optimistic for the future. That was just what I wanted to touch on.
Yeah, absolutely.
For anyone out there who might be interested.
Absolutely. No, I'm glad that you brought it up. I mean, it's a big game. It's an important game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they don't fuck it up on console.
Yeah, hopefully.
Which they could do.
Totally, yeah.
I think they talked about Destiny 2. It's coming out next week, Tuesday.
How are you feeling about Destiny 2?
I'm feeling the same way. I'm just going to wait. It might be great. I'm going to wait. I'm going to look at reviews from people that I generally agree with, and we'll see what they think.
We haven't talked in a while. Are you still feeling the same way about Shadow of War as well? Kind of let down by the...
Yeah, just, some personal issues I have with it as far as its faithfulness to Tolkien's work. And the microtransactions are just brutal.
Yeah.
Microtransactions in a single-player game is a little too much for me.
Which, speaking of, PUBG is having a lot of controversy with it now. I watched Jim Sterling's video on it, and he made a lot of really good points. I don't know if you watched it yet.
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to catch up on him. No, it's fine.
But, he made a lot of really good points about it. He is obviously very brash. Oh, yeah. That's his thing.
That's
you know what I mean?
Character.
But he's totally right. I mean, it's...
Hey, speaking of Tolkien.
Speaking of... but yeah. That was just quick on the microtransactions. They're having a lot of issues there too.
Yeah, I'm going to hold off on Shadow of War. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be a bad game.
Yeah.
I think it's actually probably a very good game.
Yeah, we don't know that. Yeah, we have no way of knowing.
But I just have some issues that I just don't want to support it.
Which is fair. Yeah, it's totally fair.
Well, Alyssa's home. I think the dogs are freaking out.
Dogs are barking.
You want to call it here?
Yeah, let's call it, man.
I mean,
I think we covered everything.
Yeah. That's pretty much. We could find something else to talk about for 10 minutes, but
we could go on a little caboodle if you'd like. But there's your internet.
I wanted to see. I pulled up a different internet browser.
Oh, okay, cool.
To see if it was the browser or if it's my internet at this point.
Okay,
it's looking like it's my internet.
Gotcha. Okay, well, to save you any additional rants, then we can call it.
Okay, yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We apologize for not having our episode out last week. However, we're back to Monday.
We're back to Monday. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Game of Thrones is gone.
Gone for good.
So
estimated 500 plus days until we get a.
So I hope you're enjoying a Monday off.
Yes, this is the holiday.
So maybe you might want to save this to listen on your way to work
for Tuesday
morning. And I'm so sorry about that.
We're there too.
Because it's Friday right now. We're reaching out to the future.
When they hear this,
looking upon the expanse of a 3-day weekend.
When they hear this,
like a beautiful ocean,
we'll be just as miserable as they are when they hear this.
Yeah, right now I'm savoring the fact that we are in a better spot.
I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get some coffee. I'm going to fucking eat some dinner and fucking play some Overwatch.
Hunt down some Black Series toys.
Hunt down some black people. And then,
no, not what I said.
Not what you said.
Black Series toys, Star Wars.
That's what I meant.
Wow. All right, I'm ending it right there.
Later.